starting on page 115. Now, we ended on the last scene with Doc kicking everyone out. Okay, so we were in the drugstore. So this is how it's going to work. It's going to be a little complicated, but follow me and you'll be okay. Oh my God. Can you guys see the stage now?
Yes.
Good. All right. Oops. Sorry, still letting people in. All right, so we started with, or we ended the last scene with Docs here. He's kicked all the Jets out after they had their altercation with Anita. So what's going to happen is we move to what's called the cellar, but we're not doing like an actual proper cellar. What's going to happen is Tony's going to enter from here at the end of this scene as the Jets are leaving. And he's going to sit on this step here. Okay. And then as the Jets leave, Action says his line, "That's the way we found it, Doc." Doc says, "Get out of here." Except, not like I said it. And then the lights are going to shift from stage right to downstage center where Tony is. So Tony, you're going to be walking in the dark to sit on that step. And that's to represent the cellar. And then as the lights shift, as the last Jets leave, Doc, you're going to cross downstage center to Tony for the first part of scene 5 here. Okay, so lights fade to downstage center. As Tony sees Doc, he says, "Make a big sale." Doc says no. Doc hands out the money, or the money. You know what I'm saying. And then Tony takes it. "Thanks, I'll pay you back as soon as I can." Doc says, "Forget that." At this point, Tony says, I couldn't, Doc. You know what we're doing going to do in the country. Marie and me, we're going to have kids. We'll name them after you, even the girls. And then we'll come to visit. And then, so Tony's all excited about this. I had you standing up, Tony, later. I want to keep it that way for now. So on this line, you know what? No, I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it just slightly. It doesn't matter to you because you haven't heard what I said yet. But what you can do, Tony, is oh, here comes our Krupke now. What you can do, Tony, is you can stand up on the ground there. So you've been sitting on this step here. Doc comes up to you. Doc is still on the stage. You can stand up on that line. I couldn't, Doc, you know what we're going to do with my, so you have that conversation on the ground, off the step. Now, Doc's next line, it says slapping him, but you're not actually going to slap him, Doc. You're just gonna turn upstage and back around. Exasperated, like, "Wake up." Okay, so you'll turn away from Tony. I don't care if you turn stage right or stage left. You'll turn away, you'll walk up stage a little bit and then 360 back down, like, what does it take to get through to you, right? And then you continue that line. Is that the only way to get through to you, to just do what you all do, bust like a hot water pipe? Tony kind of stops, and just looks at Doc like, you know, Doc, what's going on? That's what he says, right? Why do you live like there's a war on? Why do you kill? Okay, so now on this line, then Tony, now you can go up to the stage where Doc is. So now you're both standing downstage center. It's a couple feet apart. And he says, I told you how it happened, Doc. Maria understands. Why can't you? Doc says, I never had a Maria. Tony says, I have. And I'll tell you one thing, Doc, even if it only lasts from one night to the next, it's worth the world. Okay, so you guys can be a little bit further upstage. Doc, Tony. So Tony, on that line, what you can do is you can just take a step forward, and you know you're looking out on that line as you're explaining to Doc what it's like. Even if it only lasts from one night to the next, it's worth the world. And then Doc says that's all it did last. And then I wanted a dramatic beat here. So Tony, before you say what, I want you to stop, because you're slightly in front of Doc. You're looking out. Doc says that was no. Doc says that's all it did last. Something's starting to register in Tony's mind, so he takes a moment. What? And I don't want you to look at Doc yet. Doc says, that was no customer upstairs just now. That was Anita. And then Doc, I want you to, obviously it says pause there for a reason. I'd like a big breath there as you step forward toward Tony. Maria's dead. Chino found out about you and her and shot her. Okay. Now Doc is going to hold out hands to Tony. Tony's going to kind of take a step away from Doc, shaking his head as this is all starting to sink in. And then Tony's going to run. Okay. Tony's going to run. Let me show you where you're going to run, Tony. Tony, you're going to run upstage of Doc, out there, and then back around here. Okay. That's going to give Doc a chance after you run off to kind of follow you, but not chase after you. Right? So Tony, when you run off here, that can be silent. You're not screaming Chino yet. But then once you get back around here, then you're saying, Chino, Chino, come and get me, Chino. So now we're kind of in a different scene here. You've ended up center lot. Chino, come get me too. And then this is where anybody's comes in, coming from lot left as well. Okay, so Tony's here. He's screaming for Chino. Anybody's is gonna run in quietly like, Tony, who's that? And so you can say Tony as soon as you get here, anybody's. And then so Tony says, you know, he turns around toward you and says, who's that? Me, anybody's. All right. And then by the time, or after you say me, anybody's, you've made it to Tony. Get out of here. Right. So that's kind of, you know, Tony's telling anybody's to get out of here. Then he starts shouting again. Hey, Chino, Chino, come get me, damn you. What are you doing, Tony? So anybody's is afraid for Tony, right? He's trying to get him to get out of there. I said, get out of here. Chino, look, maybe if you just or maybe if you and me just, and so anybody's just kind of, gesturing that, Tony, let's get out of here. Tony snaps and says, it's not a game. It's not playing a game anymore. Can't any of you get that? But the game, you're a girl. Be a girl. Beat it. All right. Now it says she retreats, but I'm not going to have anybody's, Laura, I'm not going to have you retreat. In fact, you're pretty much going to stay there. And kind of where I want you is like right here. Because Tony is going to leave here, and so he says, Chino, I'm calling for you. Chino, hurry, it's clear now. There's nobody but me. Come on, will you please? I'm waiting for you. Okay, so on that line, I want you to go up here, kind of end up right about here, screaming for Chino one last time. All right. Now, as for Maria, so we're going to see her appear at this point. He's going to be Tony's going to be kind of spinning around, yelling this line like Chino, Chino, whatever he's saying. And then Maria's going to catch his eye from right about here. And he realizes it's her. Maria? Maria? Tony. Okay. And at that moment, you're both going to run toward one another. So Tony's going to go up stage left. Maria's going to go down stage right. I want Maria to come a little bit further because I want, actually, hang on. Tony needs to be shot right about here. Okay. So whatever it takes for you, Tony and Maria, let's see, I want Maria right about here as the gunshot goes off. Tony needs to be right about here when the gunshot goes off so he can die right here. So this is kind of downstage center, right? So that means that Chino's actually going to be here. I don't even know, Chino, if you're going to be lit at that point, but we will see you. It's going to be in the dark. So you'll have the gun, you'll fire it at Tony. He drops, Maria runs the rest of the way to him. And then she takes him in her arms. Now, we'll give it a moment so Tony and Maria can have just a moment of him in her arms. And we'll time this out when we're in person. But after that, the Jets and the Sharks begin to walk on because everyone's heard this gunshot. Everyone knows what's going on. So you guys can take your time. Now the Sharks are going to enter up here. The rest of the Jets going to enter here. Now that means all Sharks and all Jets. And Doc, actually, you're going to be with the Jets too. So you're going to come on behind them. I don't want you in their group because we're going to end up with Maria and Tony here. We'll end up with all the Sharks here. We'll end up with the Jets here. So the Jets will be, in a group, obviously, but I want Doc just slightly behind them, not with the group, but on that side. Okay. Now we're to the part where Tony says, I didn't believe hard enough. Tony, I want you to put a beat between I and didn't. Okay. And then we'll see how that sounds. Maria says, loving is enough, not here. They won't let us be. Then we'll get away. Yes, we can. We will. So I want everyone on by the time Tony says that line, yes, we can and we will. So you should be coming on between so Maria makes it to Tony. She's holding him in her arms. We give that a few moments. Everyone starts to slowly walk on, not all at once, but just kind of gather. But then everyone needs to be on by the time Tony says, yes, we can, we will. Okay? And then Maria sings, hold my hand, and we're halfway there. And then they sing, hold my hand, and I'll take you there somehow, someday. This is going to be a cappella. We haven't started music yet at this point, even though it calls for it. It's going to be a cappella. Now, at this point, she notices that the groups are gathering, right? She says, stay back. And then she jumps up. When she notices everyone's standing around here, she goes to Chino. I don't really want Chino to hand her the gun. I want Maria to just take it. She's going to take the gun. She's going to say, how do you fire this gun, Chino? Just by pulling this little trigger. She points it at him. He draws back, as it says. How many bullets are left, Chino? Enough for you. And you. And all of you. So, Maria, I'll let you kind of decide how you're going to flail this gun around. But as she points it at you, whether that's Chino or whether that's Action or whomever, you know, you guys are going to flinch. Like, Jesus. We all killed him and my brother and Riff. I too. I can kill now because I hate now. And then she says, how many can I kill, Chino? How many? And still have one bullet left for me. All right. So at this point, she's threatening everyone. And then what I want Maria to do is just so Maria will have to approach the Jets side lastly on that last line. How many can I kill, Chino? How many? And still have one bullet left for me, as she's pointing it at probably at Action. And then she just breaks down and falls to the floor, sobbing, and she drops the gun. Now at this point, Schrank and Krupke are going to come in at the same time upstage center. They're going to slowly make their way down as Maria has fallen down sobbing. She's going to notice this, and she's going to jump up, run to them and say, don't you touch him. So they stop. We'll have Schrank here, Krupke here. And then after she's stopped them, after she says, don't you touch him, she's going to go back to Tony, hold him in her arms again, and deliver that last line to Teodoro and Tom. We'll start the music at that point. All right, it's not over, but any questions so far? Joseph.
There's some action on page 119 where like it says right after Maria puts her fingers on Tony's lips, like I go to lead the Jets toward Chino. Do you still want that? And then that, right?
Let me read that real quick. Lightly she brushes Tony's lips with her fingers behind her Action. in front of a group of jets, moves to lead in. No, you're not going to do that. Okay. Good question. Any other questions?
In a general sense, going off of what Joseph said, are we more so disregarding like the blocking that's given in the script and we're forming our own, or if there's other actions, should we still expect those to happen?
For this particular scene, the blocking and directions that I give you is what I want you to do. So, I mean, some of it we're also gonna do. So, for instance, she points the gun at Chino, right? She's gonna do that. But generally, just do it how I just explained it, and if there's a discrepancy in the stage notes or stage directions, ask me, right? Like Joseph did. That was a good question, Joseph. But no, you're not going to do that particular action.
I have a specific one.
Okay, yeah.
Towards the literal end of the show. I almost said the end of this page, but yes. It's towards the moment in which people are about to proceed outward. There's a cute little portion that says Baby John specifically is supposed to come forward and put the shawl upon Maria.
Mm-hmm.
I was just asking.
You know, to be honest, I don't know. I know that stage direction is in there. So like her shawl falls off and then Baby John comes and picks it up and puts it on her head as if she's mourning. I don't know why they wrote that into the stage direction. Personally, I don't think it's super important for that to be done. But just keep in mind that we may just add that if we need to. But I want to see how without it looks first, cool. If that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
I think they put that in there just to give the Jets some kind of like humanity because Anita's scene just happened. So they wrote that in to show that innocence wins over like what you learn. So I think that's why they wrote it in.
Right. Yeah. And I agree because it's a Jet helping Maria. So like Bryant said, it's a moment of unity.
Right.
We're gonna try a little something different and then maybe add that if we need to bring it home even more. Okay. So it may be something symbolic that we need to add on top of what I'm gonna have us do. But I just want to try something first and then we'll make the decision if we need to add that. But that's a good question. And thank you for explaining it that way. All right, anything else? All right, so that brings us to our last little thing here. All right, so you guys will have to humor me for a bit here while I try to explain what's in my head as to how this is going to end. So I need to zoom in here. Oh, but before I do this, let's see. We have Danny here. Can everyone welcome Danny as our new Krupke? Thank you. Welcome, Danny, to the cast. We're happy to have you on board. And if Danny, if you want to give your pronouns and a little bit of background about yourself, I'll give you 10 seconds. We can't hear you though, unfortunately. I know it says you're unmuted, so there might be something wrong with your microphone. Oh, we'll try again later. So just hang tight. Maybe we can get that working by the end here. All right, so let me explain this here. So we have Schrank and Krupke end up here. And, oh, okay. And then we have Maria and Tony here. And then we have, okay, Joseph, remind me at the end, and you can stay behind. All right, so we have Maria and Tony in the middle. And then on the stage left side, we have all the jets. And so, or excuse me, sorry, all the sharks. Anita, Francisca, Consuela, Teresita, not Rosalia because you're still Doc. And then the rest of the sharks who are still alive. Indio, Chino, Pepe, and so on and so forth. And then on the stage right side, Annie Buddies, Velma, Graziella, and the rest of the jet guys, and Doc. Okay. So we've got our shark group here. We've got our jet group here. Maria says Teodoro, Anton. The music is gonna start. And I want what I want to happen first is, you guys are making me second guess this. We're gonna try this anyway. Anita, you're gonna be first to move. What I want you to realize is that Anita or Maria obviously does not want these two involved. In fact, they're a big part of the problem. And we're gonna try to illustrate that here. So Anita's gonna move over here and she's gonna stand in front of them. And I think what I want you to do is be facing upstage toward them. Like you can't pass. Anybody's is gonna cross and do the same thing. The rest of the shark girls are gonna cross after anybody's and do the same thing. And the rest of the jet girls, and then the rest of the shark guys will follow, and then the rest of the jet guys will follow. And now we have this barricade around Tony and Maria. And then at some point in the music, when we get that point, several of the guys, both Jarks and Shets, are going to pick up Tony. And you're gonna split in a procession. Schrank and Krupke. And what I want this to look like is that you're splitting them and they know it and you know it. They're probably the biggest part of this problem. And so you're gonna make your way through them and they're gonna have so much so that they're gonna have to step back a step. Now this isn't shoving, but it's not giving a fuck that they're there. You're gonna walk right through them as if they're not even there. And then the first 4 or 5, I don't know how many guys it's going to take to pick up Tony, are going to walk through them. The rest are going to follow along with Doc. Doc, I want you to be part of this. And then finally, Maria bringing up the end. And you guys are all going to proceed off stage, upstage center. We'll be left with Shrank and Krupke looking upstage at this procession leaving. And then lights down. End of show. All right, any questions?
That's really cool.
You like that? Okay, good, good.
Question.
Yeah, Javier.
You want me to leave too?
Yeah.
Like, shouldn't I get arrested? Or do I walk away with murder?
Pretty much.
Good go.
Pretty much. But the idea is that you guys aren't the bad guys here, right? That's the whole theme. All right. Other questions? Don't be shy. All right. So can we start at the top of the scene and read through it?
Okay, here I am.
You're talking about scene 5?
Top of scene 5, yeah.
Right after I say,
Bella's not here, so can I have someone read for Maria?
I'll do it.
Okay, whoever that was, go for it.
It was me.
No, Brian, you can't do it. Funny though. Any volunteers? I don't have my stage manager or assistant manager here tonight.
I can do it.
Assistant manager, assistant director. Who is that?
Haley.
It was Haley.
I can read.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, that works. All right. So, top of scene 5. Tony, whenever you are ready.
Okay. Make a big sale?
no,
Thanks. I'll pay you back as soon as I can.
forget that.
I won't. I couldn't. Doc, you know what we're going to do in the country? Maria and me? We're going to have kids, and we'll name them all after you, even the girls. Then when you come to visit,
Wake up! What does it take to get through to you? Do just what you all do? Bust like a hot water pipe?
Doc, what's gotten...
Why do you live like there's a war on? Why do you kill?
I told you how it happened, Doc. Maria understands. Why can't you?
I never had a Maria.
I have. And I'll tell you one thing, Doc. Even if it lasts from one night to the next, it's worth the world.
That's all it did last.
What?
That was no custom upstairs just now. That was Anita. Maria's dead. Gino found out about you and her and shot her.
I'm so sorry. I don't know why. I'm so sorry. My dog.
This is not the way we want Tony reacting to Maria's death.
Like, yes, I'm free.
I'm so sorry. Okay, I don't know why I felt the urge to laugh. Okay, it's not funny at all. Okay. I'm so sorry. Can you just say that one more time so I can actually be professional?
That was no customer upstairs just now. That was Anita. Maria's dead. Gino found out about you and her and shot her.
Gino! Gino! Come and get me too, Gino! Gino! Come on, get me too! Anybody's is not here.
Oh, where'd they go?
I don't think they were ever here.
No, I swear I saw Laura. Oh. All right, I'll play it. See that last line again, Tony?
Gino! Come on, get me too!
Tony!
Who's that?
Me, anybody's.
Get out of here. Hey, Gino! Come get me, damn you!
What are you doing, Tony?
I said get out of here.
Look,
Gino!
you and me just...
It's not playing anymore. Can't any of you get that?
But the game!
You're a girl. Be a girl. Beat it. Chino! I'm calling for you, Chino. Hurry, it's clear now. There's nobody but me. Come on. Will you please? I'm waiting for you. I want you to... Maria? Maria?
Tony.
Maria!
Bang.
I didn't believe hard enough.
Loving is hard. Loving is enough.
I'm so sorry. God damn it. Okay.
Came at the right time.
Not here. They won't let us be.
Then we'll get away.
Yes, we can.
Hold
We
my
will.
hand and we're halfway there.
Hold my hand and I'll take you there somehow.
Yeah,
Sung this.
come on, sing it.
I'm thinking.
I'm not a soprano, so I don't know.
I also.
Well, you can pick any key you want, Haley.
Oh boy.
What is even the notes? Like,
Someday. Stay back. How do you fire this gun, Gino? Just by pulling this little trigger? How many bullets are left, Gino? Enough for you? And you? All of you? We all killed him. And my brother and Rick. I can kill now too because I hate now. How many can I kill, Chino? How many? And still have one bullet left for me. Don't you touch him. Teodoro. Anton.
All right, so you all are coming off. So this is about how much time you have to do all of this. Although I do want to back up just a little bit, just to talk about some timing there. So she screams, "Don't you touch him!" And then she goes back and sits with Tony, Teodoro, and Anton. She kisses him gently. I think what I'm going to have you do, Haley, is you're going to start you can start that move before the music. And then anybody's is going to start. And then after they both move, then that music will play. Okay. I think that'll sound and look better. It'll also give us a little bit more time. So basically what we see here is from that moment that Haley and or Anita and anybody's starts to block Schrank and Krupke, we have 1 minute and 13 seconds to finish up what I want you guys to do there. So it's gonna be kind of, I want it to be slow but fluid. And if it's fluid enough, then we'll have enough time. Okay, so you'll all make your way, you'll block them. Whoever's picking up Tony will do that. They'll lift him up. The sea will part. You'll go through Schrank and Krupke. Everyone will follow behind you. Maria's last. And we need to get all of you off stage and leave Krupke and Schrank standing there faced up stage as the lights go down by the time we get to, I'm thinking the last 10 seconds of that song or of that, that music. But again, we'll have to time stuff like that out once we get on stage.
James, did you say Doc stays or leaves? Do I leave with everybody? Am I on stage? Like,
you're gonna go with the procession.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Good question. All right. Anything else? I do actually. I want to run through that once more with the dialogue. Let's see. Doc, I want it to be a little bit softer, but also a little bit more firm at the same time.
Okay.
That makes sense? Does that work?
Yep.
And Tony wants you to be less gleeful when you hear of Maria's death.
Oh, God. Oh, jeez. Okay. Whoo! Don't laugh, Brian. Okay.
I mean, that makes a completely different type of show.
Oh, yes, it does. Which is funny because there was one moment in the chorus line where me and Bella, who's Maria, she would say like a super serious line to me, and we would both laugh every single time. So.
Oh, I do that.
Hopefully, this does not repeat that scenario.
It won't. Oh, it always happens in rehearsal at the beginning, but then you get used to it. All right. So,
what page are we on?
Oh, we're on 115.
Oh, 115.
Okay. Can I? Am I good to start?
Yes, Tony, whenever you're ready. Haley, do you want to play Maria again? Are you okay with that?
Yeah, sure. No problem.
So, Christine, can you play Anybody's?
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, Tony, when you're ready. Oh, sorry, hold on. You guys think through your blocking as they're going through these. I know you are, but just really kind of cement that movement into your mind, so we don't have to go over it all in detail again when we get on stage. So just kind of imagine yourself moving in those spots, if you will. So, Tony, yeah. So, Tony, whenever you're ready.
Make a big sale?
No.
Thanks. I'll pay you back as soon as I can.
Forget that.
I won't. I couldn't. Doc, you know what we're going to do in the country? Maria and me? We're going to have kids, and we'll name them all after you. Even the girls. Then when you come to visit,
Wake up! Is that what it takes to get through to you? Do what you all do, just bust like a hot water pipe?
Doc, what's gotten
Why do you live like there's a war on? Why do you kill?
I told you how it happened, Doc. Maria understands. Why can't you?
I never had a Maria.
I have, and I'll tell you one thing, Doc. Even if it
Pause-
only lasts
Pause
for one
just for a
night.
moment. Heather, what do you think that line means to Doc? And then Maria. Is Doc telling that to him because I don't know. I honestly am not 100% sure why Doc says that. Do you have an idea?
Well, because he's like love is everything and it's this big deal, and he's like, why don't you get this? And Doc's like, because I didn't have what you say you have. Like, I never had Maria, so I don't understand why you guys are fighting in all this craziness over love or whatever. I don't know. That's what I got out of it. I never had him.
Okay. So Maria understands, why can't you? I feel like Doc should be like almost annoyed by that question and not even considering it. Not really having emotion about not even thinking about, oh gosh, I never had a Maria. Maybe I need to reevaluate my life. But
Wait,
more like,
oh, gotcha. Okay.
and it just, okay, so like, just get that out of your head. I don't matter, you don't matter, and then move on to that next line quickly. Like, it's just, you're just brushing that line off real quick. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So Doc, back up to why do you live like there's a war on?
Why do you live like there's a war on? Why do you kill?
I told you how it happened, Doc. Maria understands. Why can't you?
I never had a Maria.
I have. And I'll tell you one thing, Doc. Even if it only lasts from one night to the next, it's worth the world.
That's all it did last.
What?
There was no custom upstairs just now. That was Anita. Maria's dead. Chino found out about you and her and shot her.
I almost fell. Oh my god. This is a mess. I'm so sorry. Okay. I didn't laugh. I didn't laugh at that. I laughed because I was about to fall.
Don't do what Christine did.
I almost pulled a Christine. Okay, I continue. Chino! Chino! Come and get me too, Chino! Chino! Come on, get me too!
Tony!
Who's that?
Me, anybody's.
Get out of here. Hey! Chino! Come get me, damn you!
What are you doing, Tony?
I said get out of here. Chino!
Look, maybe if you want me, just...
It's not playing anymore. Can't any of you get that?
But the gang!
You're a girl. Be a girl. Beat it. Chino! I'm calling for you, Chino. Hurry, it's clear now. There's nobody but me. Come on! Will you, please? I'm waiting for you. I want you to... Maria? Maria?
Tony.
Maria!
Boom!
Thanks, Javier.
didn't believe hard enough.
Loving is hard. Shit, sorry. Loving is enough.
Not here. They won't let us be.
Then we'll get away.
Yes, we can.
Hold
We
my
will.
hand and we're half enough. There. Oh my God. Let me say that line again. Hold my hand and we're halfway there.
Hold my hand and we're halfway there.
Hold my hand. I don't want to sing that right now.
Take you there somehow. Okay.
Someday. Stay back. How do you fire this gun, Chino? Just by pulling this little trigger? How many bullets are left, Chino? Enough for you? And you? All of you? We all killed him. And my brother. And Rift. I, too. I can kill now because I hate now. How many can kill, Chino? How many? And still have one bullet left for me. Don't you touch him. Teodoro. Anton.
Okay, and then Anita can move up. Anybody's can move up. Francisca Consuela Tarasita can move up. Thelma and Graciela start to move up, and then everybody starts to move up. So it's kind of like a, what's the metaphor I'm like, or the analogy I'm looking for? I don't know, but you guys get it. Right, great.
The men?
What?
I said women are stronger than men.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, that's what we're going for. I mean, yeah, we've got a different take to this ending, and I think it's gonna work. I think I like how that's gonna look. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So at this point, I don't think we need to do the shawl thing. I think we can do without it, unless we see it visually and have to add it. So good. Any questions? No? I know a lot of you didn't have lines tonight, but I think it's important that you see this and understand how it ends, and you know what's going to happen. And I don't know how we're going to pick who, or I don't know how we're going to choose who picks up Tony. Bryant, can you tell us, or maybe you can tell me privately, but like are you a big guy? I can't tell how like tall and heavy you are from looking.
I can carry him. I know him. I got it.
Gavin's got it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't care who carries them. Doesn't make any difference to me, just as long as we have a couple sharks and a couple jets.
It'll take like 4 people, like 2 and 2.
I'm like 6'2" and like 180 pounds.
Okay, and you can stay light as a feather, stiff as a board. Okay, because rigor mortis probably might have started to set in at this point, so we need to act like it. All right, everyone, fantastic job. If you don't have any questions, you're good to go. And stay tuned on Band. I know we have some things coming up after Thanksgiving. I hope everyone has a fantastic Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Rihanna's going to be posting more dance videos, so be sure you learn those, get those back to her, and catch up on music with Scott. So just because we don't have, I don't have any. Well, I do have a couple Zoom rehearsals planned for after Thanksgiving, but as far as the blocking is concerned, we're mostly done. So there's not need for synchronous online Zoom meetings. So I just want to expect, or I'm just going to expect that you guys are staying fresh with the material, and then we'll kind of gather every once in a while